Hi friends, welcome to this monthly market update from Mahindra Manulife Mutual Fund. We'll discuss the key events shaping up the market and the economy in July, and let's see how things shape up going ahead. I think the global markets continue to remain positive, reasonably led by sentiments, and sentiments are coming in a way if you analyze from two different variables. One variable really is a financial variable, which says that the way US Fed especially has been giving support to the economy by way of continuous liquidity, there is some sort of a implied belief in the market that come what may, Fed will continue to provide more and more money to the system, and that liquidity which help create the confidence in the system will prevent this lockdown related issue of solvency, and to that extent is reflected in how the markets have been behaving across the world, including Indian markets. And the second part of the sentiment is led by essentially by a comfort that with so many global companies working on some solution to coronavirus issue by way of a vaccine, maybe the vaccine is somewhere on the cards. It may not be in next 2-3 months, but at least over next 6 to 12 months period, the medical solution to corona is visible, and that's what gives a second comfort that whatever has been the primary issue of lockdown, that will be addressed moment we have the vaccine in place. Coming to economy, yeah, worldwide and India also, the economy has been restarted, and the restart is slightly gradual. It's slightly taking more time than what one would have expected otherwise to remain quick on the way to recovery. It's like a car, a car which was shut down is starting back on its own journey. We are somewhere in the third gear trying to move toward fourth gear, but we know that the fifth gear might take some more time, and that's what some more time in the Indian context. We should be ready to prepare, except that the fifth gear, so called, of a car or a economy also is going to be somewhere in the month of November for us. And why November essentially is we have this Indian festival season of Diwali coming up. We all know we love to shop around Diwali, and that's the idea that come November we will start seeing economic activity on a reasonably full scale. And what I mean really by full scale is we will be reaching 100% of year over year situation with what we did last year in the same period. We'll be able to more or less achieve the same number in at 100% levels across many products. So that's it's the idea rewards economy where it moves like. And coming to result season, which is what we started in the month of July, early set of results have been pretty good. While we talking around 450 odd companies have declared results in the month of July. Broad pattern is good in the sense that a lot of these companies have given results which are far better than what were expected earlier. To an extent, it might be really a case of missed sales of March being clubbed up in April, May, June, or in many cases we have observed really is that companies have really taken a very drastic cost cut or a cost saving initiatives during the period, and this has helped some of these companies to really achieve big profits. While it is good to see that companies are able to save money, the only macro implication on a medium term perspective is the other set of companies, because let's not forget that money spent by these big companies is really the income for the lot of MSMEs and lot of unorganized sector in India. So we'll have to wait and watch how those implications will flow out for those people. Second notable feature of the season really is that a lot of banks have declared results. Almost in every bank, the credit quality seems impeccable. The results are not shown any stress. But the challenge really in the banking sector right now is that with the moratorium being declared by RBI, we are yet to see the real picture, the real issue of any credit quality concerns which may arise going ahead. So all in all, I think the way we look at it, from the time lockdown started, there were early expectations that we will be able to come out of lockdown fast. Unfortunately, that lockdown has got extended. It still continues. So it looks more or less like FY21 looks a year which is going to be slightly challenging. It might be a case that we may need to forget the year in terms of it's going to be a pretty bad year in terms of macro numbers. But the positivity is that FY22-23 have a reasonable rebound opportunity. We got a right events by government, where government has actually said that we will provide incentive for manufacturing link incentives for pharma, chemical, electronics, etc., etc. So to that extent, yes, we do expect this along with very benign oil price to support Indian economy. And from investor perspective, it makes really a clear sense that yes, let's take advantage of a year which is FY21 to invest in a systematic way so that we able to get our accumulation in place. And this money should give us a good way out in FY22-23 by way of wealth creation when the economy picks up and a lot of these initiatives come to fruit. So that's mainly from my end. Happy to connect with you again next month. Thanks.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.